Our wedding was really neat. We went in a bus. Did you hear about it from anybody? And I'm going to send you the card that we had the picture taken that was the kind of informal announcement and Christmas card and thank you note. And I'm also going to send you the cards that I made, and I'll tell you about them, okay? And you'll like those a real lot. And maybe you want to say something to my Michael? You want to talk to my Michael for a minute, just a second. See, Michael's not very verbal. He belongs to the non-verbal societies, or something like that. He likes to watch things and hear things. He doesn't like to talk too much, but he's a nice boy. And everybody just flipped when we got married. They were so happy. 10 minutes made the whole difference in the whole world. We had the neatest wedding. Oh, and when I looked at your wedding pictures, I cried because I could have been in Linda Spadaro's place. Oh, I was so upset. I wanted to be there and see you cry because I heard you cried a lot. Boy, you're such a sissy. Okay, now I'm going to bring my Michael for this time for sure. Okay, you ready? My Michael, my Michael. Michael, come here now. See, he never comes when I call him, Gene. Do you have that same problem? Amen. Well, I was thinking last night, we were talking about some of the first dirty jokes that we had ever heard, and you were really my first one to tell me any dirty jokes. And Michael and I were talking about the one about the lady who gets on the bus and says, driver, my aspirins. And the driver says, lady, if your aspirin, stick it out the window. Here's Michael.
Hello, Gene and Ott. How are you? We hope that you come to California soon. Your mother was asking about colleges there, and I guess you know about Cal Davis, the University of California at Davis, and their agricultural school. And if you want any literature or information or catalogs, why don't you write us a letter and we can send them to you.
Okay, I will.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Michael has a brother, Peter, who's 21, and he's in the seminary now, but he's getting his degree this year, so I don't know if he'll stay in. You know, he'll have to be in for another 4 years before he becomes a priest. And he has a sister, Tracy, who's almost 24. Maybe she is 24. I think she is. She was 24 in August. She's married and has a little baby, Valerie. And Michael has a little sister, Patty, who's a year younger than Mary Jo, who's really cute, and a little brother, Joe, who's about 13. And he's got a high voice still. He's a little guy yet, you know, but when he grows, he'll really grow. And Michael's parents are really nice, where his mother's very vivacious, you know, and very pretty, very bourgeois looking. And we went in our bus. We had a 1947 Dodge school bus, and we had it decorated. Just a minute. I have a cold. We had it decorated with silver rope hanging on the outside, and we had daisies all pasted all over the walls and the seats and the inside, and we had carpet on the inside. And everybody got in the bus, and the parents started singing, I'm getting married in the morning, and then they sang, the bells are ringing for me and my gal. It was really fun. We had a good time. And I can't wait to get back to California because I really miss my house, and we're going to get a lot of mail, see, because we haven't been there for 2 weeks. So we'll get to open a whole lot of Christmas cards and everything. And I miss all my friends back there. And you know what else is really sad? And I come back here, and I talk to all my old high school friends. I don't have anything to say to them because I think entirely different thoughts than they do now. And they're all real conservative, you know, and they've all bought houses, and they're, you know, all going to have babies and everything. Ooh, I almost died. Because, you know, I want to go to Europe first. There have been 2 plane crashes in the last couple of days. I think our plane's going to crash when we go back tomorrow. I can't wait. Be just my luck, you know. Kira slept the whole way out here. You know what else? Mary Jo goes around goosing Kira, and every time Mary Jo gooses Kira, Kira goes, Heidi did it, Heidi did it. And she starts laughing because Mary Jo told Kira that Heidi was the one who goosed her all the time. You know what I wish? I hate to fly, but I wish there was a machine that you could invent. Like, there are machines, but it's all science fiction, where you just step into it, and then right away I don't know what the word is. Your body disappears, and you're in the place you want to be, you know? But see, like, I told Andrea about it, and Andrea said, oh no, she wouldn't like that because people would be dropping in on her all the time. But see, the thing is, you'd have to pay money for it to get into the machine. But it'd be so nice, you know, there wouldn't be any trouble. And you could just get transposed into time, into another place, anytime you wanted to go. That'd be really swell. Like sometimes I get a little homesick and I call up my mother on the phone and we talk for a while. We have really high phone bills from San Francisco to Rochester. You know, like $9 a call. Michael gets a little mad at that. But, you know, he understands. See, because we're with his family all the time. We see them all the time. I was the only one in the whole wedding party with a dark dress on. It was really strange. We had a good time. Everybody was, there were only about 17 people there. Everybody carried flowers, and my dad made everyone get in and out of the bus about 80 times back and forth. It was really neat. And then, you know, when you look at the movies, you see us coming out of the church about 40 times. You know, because he kept making us go up and come down again, you know, with different sets of people. It was funny. And Ann Cunningham's living in San Francisco, and she's living with a guy from Chile. His name is Carlos Suber Casero. And when I send you the wedding picture of us, you know, the card, then you'll see him. He's on there next to Ann. And Ann's got the one with the long blonde hair. But she's to the right of a little girl with, well, I'll tell you who the people are in the picture when I send you the card. And we had a Christmas tree at home, and Kira got so excited with Santa Claus coming and everything. And I was getting afraid because she likes my mother so much. She calls her grandmother, grandmother. She liked her so much, I thought maybe she wouldn't want to go back, you know, out west. But now she's ready to go home. She says she wants to go home. We told her we were leaving tomorrow, and she says, okay, she'll go with us. So that's good. She's a very good little traveler, much, much better than I am. I get sick, you know, on airplanes. She slept the whole way. I couldn't believe it. It's really nice. What do you want to know? Oh, about Mom and Dad. Let's see. We decided to get married before they went to Japan, see. So they were in Japan, and then on their way back, they were in Seattle. They, went from Seattle. So on their way back, they were in Seattle, and then they came down to San Francisco, and they were there 2 days before we got married, and then we got married, and then they went back to Rochester. Let's see. Michael's doing a lot of work. But see, not too much because we got to come back. But then when we get back, he's going to have to do a lot of work. Listen to this. Oh, this is really sad. Last night, we were talking about Michael's business. I was to some girl, you know, that Michael makes movies. And this girl says, is it a lucrative business? And I didn't know what lucrative meant. So I went, oh, sure. I said, oh, sure. But see, I didn't know, so I left myself a leeway for it to be, I thought lucrative, I thought it meant like Lucifer, devil, and it meant, was it bad? Like, did you not make money? But then I asked Michael a couple minutes later, I whispered in his ear, I said, Michael, don't say anything too loud, but what does lucrative mean? And he said it meant wealthy, you know, or prosperous or wealthy. But, you know, if I had known what the word meant, originally I could have expounded on it to this girl, and I could have said sometimes it is lucrative and sometimes it isn't, you know, it depends. Like 1 month he'll make, you know, $800, and 3 months, for the next 3 months he won't make a cent, you know. So he doesn't really make that much money. It's just very seasonal, see. Sometimes like for a month at a time he'll work 10 hours a day all week long, and then the next, you know, for the next 2 weeks he won't work at all. Which would be cool. It's cool because then he gets time to do his own films, but he's lazy, so he doesn't do his own films. He thinks about it a lot and everything. He's only done a couple of his own films. And let's see, we have a lot of friends in San Francisco, and you'd like our friends, I think. They're a little bit weird, but you might like them. So I guess that's it. And I'll sign off again for the 30th time, because everybody's watching football games. They won't pay any attention to me anyway, so I might as well talk to myself. Michael says, Karen, you just love to talk, don't you? And I do. I love to talk. And that's all, and I'll see you. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye.